Hello students, in this video of ours, we are going to learn about the floral formula and floral diagram. Now in chemistry, as we write the formulae for the chemical compounds and looking at the formula, we'll come to know that what are the elements constituting elements of this compound and how many atoms of which element are present in that formula. So similarly in biology, we are having floral formula. So in floral formula, looking at the floral formula, even if you are not looking at the flower, you will come to know that what type of flower it is and how many petals are there, how many sepals are there, and how the arrangement of these petals and sepals are there, androecium, gynoecium. So we will come to know about everything about that flower by writing the formula and by drawing the floral diagram. So let's learn about the floral formula and diagram. Now, how can we define a floral formula? Floral formula is a brief description of flower and it is represented in the form of formula and diagrams. So floral diagram is the diagram which is representing everything about the flower, and similarly the formula is the formula which is representing everything about the flower. So when we are writing the formula, we should know the symbols, and like in chemistry you write sodium as Na, aluminium as Al. So these are the symbols. We should know the symbols, then only we can write the chemical formula. Similarly, in floral formula can also be written when we know the symbols. So let's learn about the symbols. First is this symmetry of the flower. Now how can we give the representation of the symmetry of the flower? The symmetry of the flower can be actinomorphic and zygomorphic. So actinomorphic, the symbol is this. This is the symbol, a circle and a plus in it. And zygomorphic is this, a percentage. This is complete circle. Percent, like we write percentage. So that is the zygomorphic. Actinomorphic and zygomorphic. So what is actinomorphic and zygomorphic? This we have already done, but let's revise the definition. The actinomorphic is the radial symmetry of the flower. That means the flower in this symmetry, the flower may be can be divided into two equal radial halves if from any radial plane passing through the center. That means if we want to divide the flower into two equal parts, we can divide this flower into two equal parts from many different planes which are passing through the center, radial planes. So that kind of symmetry is called actinomorphic. So if the flower is actinomorphic, we will put the symbol circle with plus. And if the flower is bilateral symmetrical, that means it can be divided into two equal halves only from one plane, then we will put this percentage sign, zygomorphic. Now, sex of the flower. If the flower is having only one reproductive part, that is the male part, the symbol is this first one, the circle with the arrow on top. So this is the male. Unisexual flower having male part only. If the flower is unisexual and having female part, then the symbol is circle and the plus down. And if the flower is bisexual, then we have arrow and plus, both signs together. Now for calyx. Calyx is the first roll, the outermost roll. There are four rolls which we have already learned. The roll of sepals, the roll of petals, androecium and gynoecium. So the first roll from outside, that is the roll of sepals, is called calyx. And this calyx is denoted by K. Because calyx and corolla both are from C, so calyx is denoted by capital K and corolla is denoted by capital C. Clear? And androecium is capital A and gynoecium is capital G. So remember this, capital K is the symbol for calyx, capital C is the symbol for corolla, capital A is the symbol for androecium, and capital G is the symbol for gynoecium. Now see, what we have to write in the formula? We have to write everything about the symmetry. The first will come the symmetry, and then will come the whether it is the flower is unisexual or sexual, unisexual or bisexual, and if it is unisexual, if it is a male or female. Okay, and before that we will write the bractete, whether the reduced leaves are present at the base of the thalamus or not. So if they are present, then we will write bractete. And then K is for calyx, C is for corolla. Okay, now in this floral diagram, just see they have written this. So what is this? This plus sign is actinomorphic. That means the flower is radially symmetrical. And then this is bisexual. The flower is bisexual because the arrow is there and the plus sign is there. Both are there. That means the flower is bisexual. Now this calyx. Calyx is capital K and calyx is for the sepals. Now they have written K 2 plus 2. That means calyx, how many sepals are there? 4 are there. 2 plus 2, the 4 sepals are there. Then C, capital C is for corolla, and corolla they have written 4. That means 4 petals are there. Then P we use for perianth. Here in this flower, P is not written. That means K and C are separate. Because if K and C are separate, the perianth is not there. Then androecium, A is for the androecium. Now androecium also they have written 2 plus 4. Capital A is for the androecium. So in this formula, they have written A is 2 plus 4. That means they are in 2 bundles. 2 are fused and 4 are fused. So they are in 2 bundles, diadelphous. They are in 2 bundles. Okay. Now gynoecium, we will write a line below or a line up. A line below means that the ovary is superior in the gynoecium. And the line above the capital G means that the ovary is inferior. So these are the symbols which we use in the floral formula. So this is one floral formula, and this is one floral diagram representing this floral formula. Now see how it is representing. These are the 4 sepals, the upper roll. Now these 4 sepals, they are 2 plus 2. Clear? So that's why they are overlapping. The 2 are inside, 2 are inside the roll, and 2 are outside. So 2 sepals in the outermost layer and then inner 2. That's why they have written 2 plus 2. And if you see the second roll, all 4 and the margins are attached. That means which type of arrangement is this? The first type, velvet type. So in this, they are not, there is no overlapping. So 4 are there. So they have written capital C 4. Now androecium, they have written 2 plus 4. So outer roll 2 are present and inner roll 4 are present. So outer roll 2 and 4. So 2 are at the outside and 4 are inside. Now this gynoecium is what? The line is below the G. That means the ovary is superior. Ovary is superior. And it is when the brackets are there after the numbers, and the numbers are inside the bracket, that means it is fused. When the number is inside the bracket, that means they are fused. So suppose this K2 plus 2, they will write in a bracket. That means they are fused. But now the bracket is not there. That means they are not fused. They are in 2 rows. Okay. Let's see another example. Floral formula. Now what is floral formula? The number in suffix represents the number of floral leaves. How many numbers? Suppose K, they have written 4. That means the 4 sepals are there. A bracket indicates union. Suppose the 4 is written in a bracket. That means the sepals are fused. The sepals are not free. A bracket indicates union or cohesion of members, and union between dissimilar roles or adhesion is shown by a line connecting two symbols. Now suppose there is the androecium. The stamens are fused with the petals. So what will happen? Capital C and capital A, they will be connected by a line connecting the two symbols. So this line shows that the corolla is attached with the stamen. So if the line is there, that means these two different roles are united. And if there is a bracket, that means the members of that role are united. The diagram showing the relative position of different flowers is known as floral diagram. So if we are showing these different positions, the diagram which is showing all these different roles, the position of these different roles, then it is called floral diagram. Now these are the families, the plant families. Different families are there, like division of plant kingdom. In the classification we have learned that plants are divided into many families. So in your syllabus there is one family of we have to do Solanaceae or Liliaceae. This is the Solanaceae. It is commonly called potato family. So these are the vegetative characteristics. It includes herbs, shrubs, and small trees. Root is taproot. Stem is herbaceous, rarely woody, erect, cylindrical, branched, solid or hollow, hairy. Underground modified stem is potato. Potato is the common. This is commonly called potato family as well. Leaves are alternate. Alternate means one hair, one hair. This is the arrangement of the leaves. Leaves are alternate. Now floral characters we will see. Inflorescence is solitary. Axillary cymose. So inflorescence is of cymose type. What is cymose type? It terminates. The flower is there at the terminal point, and then the other buds will come down. The basipetal pattern is followed. Then flower is complete. Okay, what do you mean by complete flower? A complete flower means the flower which is having all four roles in it. If any role is missing, then we will call it a incomplete flower. So here the flower is complete, bisexual, actinomorphic, hypogynous, calyx is 5 sepals. So 5 sepals. Now 5 sepals we will write number 5. Gamosepalous. What is gamosepalous? If it is fused, then it is gamosepalous. So gamo we will write in a bracket. Persistent and velvet. Velvet estivation means there is no overlapping. Only the margins are touched. Then the next role is corolla. 5 petals. Gamopetalous. Velvet estivation. Androecium. 5 stamens and epipetalous. The stamens are 5 and they are epipetalous. Now stamens are attached to the petals. Epipetalous. So androecium and corolla, they are attached with each other. That is called epipetalous. Then gynoecium is syncarpous, bicarpillary, 2 carpels are there, bilocular, 2 loci are there where the carpels are present, superior ovary, placenta swollen with many ovules, and placentation is exile. Fruit is berry or capsule, and seeds can be many. Now see, these are the characters of the flower. Now see how the formula and diagram can be drawn. So this is the flower and the different parts of the flower. Now see, outermost is what? Corolla. How many? 5. And they are fused. So fused means we will write in the bracket. Then petals and stamen are together. So we will write petal C and A with a line because they are fused. Then stamen, let's see the formula first. Just see this. First is actinomorphic, then bisexual. Bisexual corolla K is fused, so 5 in bracket fused. Then corolla is, calyx is fused, sepals are fused, 5 are fused. Corolla is petal, petals are also 5 fused, and there is a line connecting C with A. So androecium is 5 stamens, and androecium, the stamens are fused with the petal. So there is a line C to A. That means the corolla and androecium, their stamens are fused. Then G, there is a line below it. That means the ovary is superior. And 2 means bicarpillary and fused. Bracket means fused. So this is how a floral formula and diagram is shown. This is diagram. In diagram, you have shown this all petals. First is first. Then second is, all sepals, first row, and then the petals, and these stamens are fused with the petals. So petals, the stamens are drawn here with the petals. So this is how, this is the Solanaceae family, potato family, and this is the floral formula and diagram. We will see, this is another family which is also there in your syllabus, and it is, they are herbaceous monocots, and they are commonly called lily family. You must have seen lily flowers and all. So if we will see the floral characteristic, here the inflorescence is cymose, and flower is bractete. That means the reduced leaves are present. Bisexual, actinomorphic. Here the perianth is there. That means the corolla and calyx are not separate. The perianth is there, and this perianth is having 3 plus 3. 3 and 3, and they are fused. So that's why 3 plus 3 bracket. Often united into tube, velvet, estivation is velvet. Androecium, 6 stamens in 2 rolls. So 3 plus 3. Often epiphyllous. Gynoecium is tricarpillary. 3 carpels are present. Syncarpus, ovary superior, trilocular with many ovules, and the placentation is exile. Fruit is berry, and seed is endospermic. Now let's see the diagram. And this is the diagram. Now first see the formula. Here BR is written before the symmetry. This BR means bractete. The reduced leaves are also present. So the brackets are also present. So for bractete we write BR. So BR, then actinomorphic, circle with plus sign, then bisexual, arrow and this bisexual. Now see, this is perianth. So they have not written capital K or capital C. They have written capital P, perianth. And 3 plus 3, that means they are 3 and 3. 3 outside and 3 inside, and they are fused. And they are fused with what? Androecium. So androecium and P, there is a connecting line. And here in diagram also you see this sepals, and they are connected. Petals, they are connected with, there are no sepals and petals, they are together. So it is perianth, and perianth are connected to the stamen. So that's why this line is there, P and A. 3 plus 3, the stamens also 3 plus 3. Now G, and there is a line below it. That means the ovary is superior. And 3 means tricarpillary and fused. Bracket means fused. So this is the floral diagram and floral formula of family Liliaceae. This is the about the floral formula and floral diagram. So now you can take any flower and you can draw the floral diagram and write down this formula. And with the help of the formula and diagram, we will come to know about flower.